Spectre, the new James Bond film. I realise this film has been out for a while. I saw it a while ago. I haven't got around to making the review yet, so here it is. I'm sorry that it's quite late. But I just want to start this off with saying I'm not really a fan of the James Bond films. I went for a friend of mine, she wanted someone to go with. I obviously enjoy going to cinema, so I was happy to go along, but I've never really been a fan of the James Bond as a franchise. I think that makes sense. Yeah, okay. So I'm not a big fan. I'm not really a big fan of him as a character. I find him quite irritating and he's very misogynistic, and that kind of puts me off slightly. So I have to kind of go in and sort of almost remove my own opinions slightly from his character, as I don't really like him as a person. I feel like with James Bond films, it's like one huge advert with like loads of like fast, but both as a trailer and just as like product placement adverts. It's just, so it's sort of really fast paced and stuff, but it's very interchangeable. I feel like you could basically take a scene out of a James Bond film and put it into another James Bond film and it wouldn't be out of place. There's no variance, it's not really mixed up. It's very predictable. I know exactly what's going to happen. So I wasn't that impressed really with the whole thing. I found it quite dull and I was zoning out quite a lot. But it was made well. I mean, some of the shots and scenery were amazing. The opening scene is beautiful. It's vast. I think the acting quality is always really good. Andrew Scott did a fantastic job. I always think everything I've seen Andrew Scott in, I have enjoyed. So there you go. Even though he's not like a principal character, I did think Andrew Scott did a very good job. But I am a fan of Andrew Scott, so I might notice him more. But other than that, I just feel like it was well acted, but there was nothing that really sort of stood out for me. I guess it was quite good in the sense that it connected a few of the Bond films together, at least the newer Daniel Craig ones. But as a Bond fan, I don't think it really meant as much to me. As someone who's not a Bond fan, I feel like it didn't mean as much to me as somebody who is a Bond fan would have like found it, if that makes sense. I mean, it wasn't really a big thing to me. I don't know, I feel like it was a very forgettable film. Even now, I'd struggle to give a summary of what happened because I don't really feel like anything did. I don't know, there's like a lot of cool car chases with massive explosions and things, and it all looks very impressive, but I don't really know what happened. I feel like I never really know what happens in James Bond films just because I'm not really that interested. So I kind of came out of expecting it to feel how I expected to feel as I came out of that film. It was kind of a well-made film. There was obviously a lot of money spent on it, but it was just a lot of product placement and just like really big adverts of things. I just didn't really, I felt like the film had no substance, so I just didn't really care. It doesn't help, as I said, I don't really like the franchise. I don't really like James Bond as a character, so I'm not a big fan of that kind of film, which is a shame because I do like spy films, but it's not my thing, I'm afraid. So I'm going to give Spectre a 5 out of 10 because it was decently made, and I can say if you're a Bond fan, you're going to enjoy it. It's a good Bond film, but it's a Bond film. That's kind of my best way to sum this up, really. But if anyone else has seen Spectre or just anything about James Bond film franchises in general and wants to put that down below in the comments, I'd be happy to read it and see what your opinions are. But other than that, I hope everyone is well, and I shall see you all soon. Bye!